It seems to me, here's my thesis, and tear it apart or fortify it where it needs holes to be filled. But I think that from my experience, and I've used a couple of the different ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity to maximize it as a tool. I really have to stop and think, whether strategically or tactically or whatever, just think in a creative and an imaginative way to get it, not like a predetermined result, but I have an idea, an unformed idea in my mind's eye, kind of where I want it to go generally. And, so what's the use of the tool if it's already in my mind's eye? Quicker, faster, might pick up some things on the edges that I didn't think about or even in the dead center. Um, but that's where my creativity has been challenged in my personal use. Does that communicate to you? Is that your experience?
Absolutely. I think it's understanding, and I know you're starting to, just on a personal and professional level, you yourself are understanding what are the strengths of these tools, what are the, for lack of better terms, weaknesses, and then how do I exploit those on either side. So by weakness, what I mean is it is easy for content to also sound generated, and we are all, whether you're using a piece of technology or your own just reading, we are all starting to become attuned to, hey, that sounds like generated content. And being able to identify that is not a great thing. And it's not about hiding that you use these tools. It's certainly not about that. But we don't want everything to sound robotic, to sound like it was generated by a piece of software, by an algorithm. Where the strengths are, though, is, I'm a futurist. So every year, a handful of organizations will publish, their 10-year outlook on big mega trends. Those could be consumer trends, healthcare trends, policy trends. Those are big, ugly documents. There's one futurist, she publishes an amazing one, but brags that this year's publication was 1,000 pages. And cool, 1,000 pages. That's not helpful. But what happens when I feed a 1,000-page PDF into a tool like this and ask it for implications to my work specifically and get a two-page summary? That is the sheer potential of power. And you can use that in whatever industry you're in.
Yeah.
I tend to have a thesis that the tools are free. And when I say free, when you pay for them, they are paying for themselves. And it's not a commercial for OpenAI or Anthropic or any of the providers out there, but at $20 or $25 or $50 a month, whatever it costs, if you're using these tools and not recovering $25 or $50 a month of value, you're probably just not opening it up. It's not hard to unlock a half hour productivity with these tools every month, honestly, every day.